Been a few hours, but it felt like days. Only been days, but it felt like months. Been gone for a year, only know like once. Life moves fast and you do what you want.
Vana!
Udlule kanjani nge-security?
Bafuna ukungibhotisa.
Fana,
Junju.
ngicela uphumele emzini wami.
Junju.
1 week.
Okay, 1 week sike sofeni.
Don't drool on my couch.
Daddy, this is the 3rd time you come rolling back.
Again, ubaba wakho loyo.
Today we are coming in with another show review, but we're doing it differently. What is that called? It's 1 week's, right? So before we get into the whole makeup look and stuff, I just want to go through the cast name. So we're just going through the main characters.
She is a driven boss babe. She and her ex-husband share a child, Angie. She's currently with Fana and they've been together for 6 years. But she truly wants more from the both of them. When their relationship takes a turn for the worse, she becomes tough on him and sets boundaries. Fana is a chill guy from Soweto. He's constantly coddled by his mother, and a result of that is his inability to take life seriously. He can't hold a job or stay out of trouble, and this angers Lisa until she is at her wit's end and tries to call it quits. Until Angie is Lisa's 10-year-old daughter, and she really has a great relationship with Fana, whom she has known since she was 4. She really loves and cares for Fana, and that's why she tries by all means to help Fana out. Sminjo and Ginger are Fana's best friends. They're dreamers but seem not to do anything for themselves. They really care for Fana but don't have his best interest at heart. They seem to be the only thing holding Fana back from reaching his potential. They somewhat have a feeling of entitlement towards any of his progress. Him leaving the hood specifically.
So Fana and Elisha are they're not like your typical couple, right? They're different, as in Fana is a stay-at-home boyfriend and Elisha is a big shot lawyer. She is trying to make a name for herself and at her law firm. Things are going great in her career, and Fana doesn't really have a career. As I said, he's a stay-at-home boyfriend. So the deal with Usika is that she has been married before to a guy named Tapelo. From what I can get from the series, I wouldn't say inherited, and she got most of her property from the divorce that she had gone through with Tapelo, which is the father of her child. Tapelo, from what I can figure, he is a douchebag. He is a definition of a douchebag. He cheats. He isn't committed. He loves the idea of having a family but cannot commit to he cannot commit to his family, which I feel if you don't want a person in that way, why don't you just let them go? But that's besides the point. So Tapelo, right? Tapelo sees that Ulihle has moved on. Ulihle is fine, she's happy where she is, and she's doing okay without him, right? As she should. She deserves the happiness, and he tries by all means to sabotage that for Ulihle. And obviously Fana sees the threat being Tapelo, but he doesn't act on it directly, right? The biggest flaw of Fana is that he doesn't take life seriously. When I say he doesn't take life seriously, to him everything is a breeze. Everything is just meant to happen the way, which is quite ironic. He has that mentality that everything should happen for him, right? And they kind of do happen for him because he just happens to be at the right place at the right time. Things do happen for him eventually. He just manages to be at the right place at the right time because people were disgruntled with the service that they were getting at a radio station that he frequents at. Really not sure. The reason why he was at the radio station was to promote his friend's song. It ended up being a banger. Everything was just amazing, and it just seemed like they were destined for success, right? So he wasn't meant to be in the spotlight. He just was there by chance, and it just happened that everything that he was doing at that moment in time was carve out his career in the entertainment industry, in radio. Let me obviously put it that way. But the problem with Ufana is that he's not used to working. And another problem with Ufana is that he's so used to his mother coddling him. He doesn't see the importance of sustaining himself, of actually getting a job, of actually doing X, Y, and Z, of just being the man of the house. He's content with being his girl's pillow string, which there's nothing wrong with that. But then at some point, like, she gets tired of it. With this job that he manages to get, as quick as he is able to get that job, he is able to lose it just as quick. And this cements the type of person that he is, that he literally doesn't take stuff seriously, right? And this job really was something that his girlfriend was looking forward to, because it was like, finally my man has a job, and I'm gonna stop, like, people are gonna stop clowning me with being like with a man, with a bum, basically. So he doesn't see it that way. He just sees it as, you know, it's, yeah, fine, I lost the job and it's whatever. And the biggest problem with this whole equation are his friends with Ginger and Nicholas. Ginger and Nicholas are like a bad influence on him, right? And he doesn't see it. Like, he sees people that he has like grown up with, people who are forever gonna be there by his side, which I feel like it is such a black thing to do, to constantly hold on to people that really do not see or really do not add to your value, but actually just like constantly bring you down. And I feel like that is something that is highlighted in the show. They doesn't like heavily focus on that, because at the end of the day, this is like a comedic, it's comedy, right? It's meant to make you laugh. You just see those things like, okay, fine, this looks awfully familiar. Damn, I know of people who are in certain situations like this, where whenever they try to lift themselves up, whenever they try to like get out of certain situations, there are always certain friends who bring them down. And yeah, that show does exactly that. It highlights such friendships, but in such a way where you're actually laughing about it and you're not thinking too much about it. It's only when you analyze it where you're like, hectic, you know. And I loved it for that. It actually focuses on real life stuff. So the reason I feel like, from my interpretation, I feel like the show was written 1 week, because from the beginning, he asked, his girlfriend was literally at her wit's end. She's like, you know what, I'm done with you. And he literally asked for 1 week, right? He asked that she gives him a week to sort out his stuff, and he'll be out of her hair. Obviously that doesn't happen because she's so in love with him, right? So he ends up staying, and then the cycle is repeated, and she's like, you know what, I'm so done with you. So now we are at current time, where he is doing, where it literally feels like he's doing everything that he can to actually sabotage his relationship. And the thing is, from the way that I'm describing him, you would think that this man is absolutely annoying, that this man is absolutely trash. But when you actually watch the series, you'll come to like love this character, which is so weird, because he just he is so troublesome. Like, he doesn't listen. He never listens. He just doesn't listen. And the thing is, it always jeopardizes his relationship with his girlfriend, right? And you are literally opening up that space for the father of her child, because listen, he's in competition with him, whether he likes it or not. He's in competition with him. So now you are here and you're not trying to make it any better with the things that you do, but it's neither here nor there. Sorry, my camera switched off. Where will we? Yeah, so you totally root for Fana until you don't, like, until you like see the no, Lika has gone to her wit's end. She is tired of Fana, because she has been asking him, could you please take your life seriously? How about you just like distance yourself from your friends? How about you do this? How about you, dropping hints at him, at like what she would like him to do. but obviously he doesn't like get the hint, or he doesn't take the hint, and she's like, you know what, I'm so done with him. I am done. And the beautiful thing about this whole situation is that even though she's like so done with him, she meets like this guy. His name is Sexy Lawrence, right? She meets this guy, and yeah, like by the book, he's everything. Like he is educated, like he's gone to school, he's ambitious, he's done this, he's done that, he's book-wise, he's everything. But like personality-wise, he's lacking, man. He doesn't have the thing that Fana has, right? Like discourages cliche, right? Because she's like, oh my word, this man that I was with, this man that took care of my child, who was literally my best friend and my child's best friend, how do I replace this man? Because he was literally just everything, hey? And the dating pool isn't looking so cute after all, and she's like, you know what, I'm gonna go get my man. And she does just that. She's like, you know what, listen, I can't live without you. You have your flaws, and I'm willing to accept you the way that you are. And I feel like that is so beautiful. I'm like, so she accepts him. Thank you. So things go back to the way that they are. He goes back to just being a stay-at-home boyfriend, and you know, life is just the way that it is, right? Until he goes back to the Kasi, right? He lives in the burbs with Lishe, at Lishe's home, well, at Lishe's house. So then after that, like, what happens is that like he decides to go to the Kasi, and in Lishe's car, bruh, like that, you see that part pisses me off. Like, how are you gonna be driving around in my car? But one thing about my man is that he never cheats. He only has eyes for one person and one person only, and he makes that known. Each and every single time someone tries, he's always like, I got a girl and I love my girl. Like, you know, that's why he's so lovable. That's why you're rooting for him even though he's a bum. Like, you're just like, oh bruh, if only you could like get your story, if you could get your life together. But it's neither here nor there. So fine. So he goes to the Kasi, he goes to the township, and he's I forgot what brings him there, but they go to like a local store, like a local supermarket, and the owner of the supermarket is like, hey, I haven't seen this guy, right? This guy, how do I describe this guy? This guy is like the local clown, right? He's like that guy who's like everywhere, in everyone's business. He's constantly there, like he's just there. He left his lotto ticket here, right? Could you please give it to him? Because I haven't had the chance to give it to him, to actually give it to him. And then he goes, yeah, sure, no problem, I'll give it to him. You can give me the ticket, right? But he doesn't like pay any mind to it. So he tells his stepdaughter about this. He's like, oh, by the way, there's this ticket that I gotten from this plaza, and this is what's happening. And his stepdaughter is like, oh, okay, fine, cool. And then they see me. Actually, I wonder what would have happened if like this guy actually won the lotto. This lotto ticket is like going to be important, right? So they find the lotto ticket, and they're like, oh, but this is a winning lotto ticket. In fact, this is a jackpot. What do we do about this? I think what Angie tries to do is like talk him out of like claiming it as his and doing X, Y, and Z, and he obviously doesn't listen to that. He claims the lotto ticket as his, and all of a sudden he's rich now. And in him being rich, like, he doesn't listen to anyone. He is spending money, he is doing X, Y, and Z, he is literally being a bum with money. And my question is, like, why aren't you using it on like important stuff? So now he then realizes that, oh my word, my baby Lishe, like, I shouldn't forget about her. Okay, bye. And then he decides that, you know what, I'm gonna do right by my baby girl. because she has been holding me down for 6 years. So then that's when he decides to marry her. He's like, you know what, I'm gonna pop the question, I'm gonna marry her, we're gonna live happily ever after. Now remember, I said that this ticket belonged to someone else. Now this person is like, bro, you have been avoiding me for like the longest time. I've been trying to call you regarding my ticket because the store owner has said that he has given you my ticket. So where is my ticket? And he's like giving him the runaround saying that I lost your ticket. He's like, how is that possible that you lost my ticket and all of a sudden you're rich now? He's like, I'm not dumb. I wasn't born yesterday. He's like, it's either you bring my ticket or we are gonna have a problem. And then that's when he like literally puts gasoline around his house and he's like, I am going to burn this place if you don't give me my money. Which I would have had the same reaction because you better have my money. Bring my money. Oh, millions. Imagine giving away millions. Give me my money now, my money now. My money here, right now. You see? And literally just as he's about to redeem himself, like he's about to, you know, be the man that he has been wanting him to be, taken away from them. It literally ends in a cliffhanger with him just staring at this guy and he's like, I'm a burn this house down. Like, if you do not believe that I'll do it. It was literally a situation of it's bad. You.
I guess I'm doing what I want.